All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Entertainment Hub with Ife and Tosan Wilts, the vibe of Lagos. So I know you told us how you got the name Illegal Barrister. So how did you get that name, Vibe of Lagos?
Wow, this is a bit of I don't know if it was a self-imposed name. So for me, I was just seeing that a lot of people were giving themselves titles. Let me hear it. And it was my friend Bimini. Shout out to Bimini, the Imperial Majesty. He was just like, every time I always just used to. There was a time that the word vibe, I was just like, I was using it quite a lot and quite often. And he was just like, guy, the vibe of Lagos. I was just like. Now my friend, anytime I'm feeling down, I'll just call him. He's a Yankee now, but I'll call him. I'll just talk to him, and he'll just give me a pep talk. He'll be like, "Guy, you're looking at this thing. Why don't you look at it from this way? Why don't you do it this way?" He just advised me, and the name just came up, the vibe of Lagos, and I loved it. And I actually embody it so much because I'm actually from Lagos, so I know that a lot of people that say of Lagos, they're not
from Lagos.
I was using Lagos to cash out. So I just said, you know what, this is going to be my new tag, my new tattoo, and Vol. Vol. Sometimes I call it Vol, and it just sticks. So, and a lot of people like it too. So, yeah, and I think my vibes are usually quite nice. So I don't know. You can tell. We can be the judge of that as well. So
there's always a vibe with you outside. Yeah. Talking about Lagos, I knew you had. It was not like your show, but you actually promoted it well. So this Lagos Brazil Carnival, the Fancy Carnival. Yeah, how was it like?
The Fancy Carnival was amazing. So I've been going for the Fancy Carnival since I was a very young kid.
It's not just.
It's been around for a long time, and your festival as well, all of that. Because as I mentioned, we're Obalende and Obalende families. So Bajulaye, Lafiaji side. So I saw that the Fancy Carnival was happening this year. Lagos State, shout out to Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and the Commissioner as well, who's putting a lot of effort into trying to revive the spirit. Let's just call it the spirit of Lagos. Back. So it was very exciting. I saw that the opportunity came about, and they wanted someone who understood the importance, the values of what that carnival stood for. So it's basically celebrating people of Afro-Brazilian heritage, the culture, and everything. As I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned, my family came back from Barbados. So that's why the surname is Wiltshire. So we're from St. Philip's Parish in Barbados, moved back home to Nigeria. So the Fancy Carnival is almost like home because you meet a lot of all of us that came back from Brazil, Cuba and everything. So you hear the names of the D'Souza's, the Pineros, the Peregrinos, everybody. So it's almost like home. In Nigeria sometimes when they hear your last name and they say, why do you have an Oyinbo or a weird surname? You feel at home because all of us too have similar kind of names. So it was exciting. So I got to host the press conference, and I also got to host the show itself. At in TBS. Was it TBS? Yes, it was TBS. Yeah. So it was very, very. It was a 360 moment for me, coming from a kid going to watch the Fancy Carnival, the different communities in Lagos, Ekpetedo, and all the different communities in campus. Everybody comes in with their different colors, so it's just very exciting. I'm sure you've seen the Brazilian carnivals as well. So we have our own here in Africa. So for me, it's just a big thing. I'm all about legacy for the most part. So for me, I feel like I've put my imprint, in the legacy of Lagos and Nigeria as well. So it was very exciting. I got to share the stage with DJ Spinall as well, who's Omo Eko as well. So it was very exciting. Yes, and I got to meet a lot of Lagos State public servant. As I mentioned, the commissioner was there. She's been doing an amazing job in terms of bringing culture back, and it was very exciting.
Yeah, talking about like culture and festival, which festival are you like looking at for them to like bring back? Because I noticed this Eyo festival has been
it's a while. I'm waiting for Eyo, but the thing is that with Eyo festival in Lagos, it's probably one of the biggest. In fact, if you speak to a Lagosian, they'll tell you that it is the biggest, is the best. But I'm definitely looking forward to an Eyo festival. There've been a few rumors that it was meant to happen like last year, even this year as well. In fact, I haven't booked. So what usually happens is for the Eyo festival, my family books Campus Square. We book the Campus Square, and all of us just go there, celebrate, eat, and be merry. So I actually I wrote to Lagos State, because you have to get permission. I wrote to Lagos State this year asking them for permission, seeking permission to book it. And they were now saying, what do you know that we don't know? But I'm definitely looking forward to the next Eyo festival. But things that they're also, you can't just have Eyo anyhow. There are certain things that have to go behind the scenes. For the most part, it usually happens to celebrate a very important Lagos dignitary or person that has passed away. But sometimes they also use it to celebrate Lagos in itself. I know Tinubu is very big on the Eyo as well, the president. So I think there were rumors of them doing one in honor of him becoming president, and Nigeria's birthday and stuff, but nothing has come of it. And another thing that it is very expensive to host the Eyo festival, because there are so many different families involved. All the royal families in Lagos, they have to get involved, permission even from the government as well. So it's a lot that goes into it. So let them just take their time and do it well, do it properly, because it's going to be one of the biggest exports that Nigeria has. A lot of people want a lot more people to come
from different countries
to come and experience the Eyo. It wasn't as organized. I know Fashola, Governor Fashola as well, was one of the people that started trying to make it more organized. They brought it to TBS, so people could sit around and see but back then, it was so exciting, because you go around Lagos Island and there was just masquerades going all around Lagos Island, and it was just very exciting. I know a lot of people are always scared that you'll get flogged, but to obey the rules, you won't get flogged.
Today I'm still scared of masquerades, to be honest, because of like the videos like I see on social media when those masquerades are like chasing people.
No.
Have you ever been chased by a masquerade?
Yes, I've been flogged. I've been chased. I've been flogged. Yes, I've been chased. I've been flogged. But I guess for me, it's all still part of the banter. It's part of the vibe. True. So I just took it in good stead and developed thick skin. Or become a masquerade. Yeah, so that's it. There's a lot of there's a lot of markets to be tapped in the entertainment and the nightlife space, and a few of my friends are also into it, like obviously like you and my shout out to Michael Omoru, Manolo Spanky, Shodi. A few people are doing the nightlife and doing it well. So I just feel like the ocean is big enough for all of us to swim. So I definitely want to tap back into it. And of course the residual income that you make from it it's quite good. If you plan yourself well. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, so like on your Instagram, I hope Lagos will not like call me like a stalker. I follow Tosan on IG. I saw after the MVCA you dressed your guy that is Shodi for the after party. Yeah.
So I mean, I've always been into like my own kind of fashion. I'm very Afrocentric, if you like to call it that. Most of the time that you see me, I'm probably wearing trad. Ankara, and a lot of my styles now, I like to wear Kembe. I like to just you need to watch out for some. I have something special coming up. But Shodi is my cousin. A lot of people.
Okay, your cousin.
Shodi is my first cousin.
I thought it was like your maybe friend group. Yeah.
Shodi is my cousin. Shodi's mom and my dad are siblings.
Okay.
You know, and we are from Obalinde. So a lot of times when I came back to Nige proper, and I was doing like my law. I'm a lawyer by profession. So Shodi was that's another story. So Shodi was doing a lot more, emceeing and hyping back then. So he gave me an in into the game, so I was like his road manager. So that's why I started making a lot of my own connects, meeting people in the industry, and they have to show me love because Shodi is my cousin. So it was good. So a lot of times from time to time I still go out with him, act like his road manager, make sure the backstage is good, we have our passes, and of course make sure he's dressed properly. So that was what that captured that day. So
talking about like dressing and all, you said that you have something coming out. Is it like a clothing brand or?
I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet, but I'm definitely. So I have my own fabric. I sell fabric. This was something I took over from my mother. Shout out to my mom. And it's called Walters Fabric. So we sell pocket friendly. We call it pocket friendly fabric. Just for the everyday person to be able to wear, feel good. I know a lot of brands, a lot of lines out there are very expensive. To get like an up and down, you can pay like 400k. But I'm trying to target for everybody to be able to wear, essentially, from university people to people that are just hustling. You can look good, pocket friendly fabric. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Like I don't know about maybe like your generation, but like with Gen Z back then, remember always like maybe if our parents like so maybe this Ankara or trad style for us. When we were much younger, we like hated putting on fabric. Was it like that for your generation?
Yes, it was like that. In fact, it was like that for us millennials when we were like the set above you guys. But me, I've always loved wearing trad. I think for me, my name is Wiltshire. So let me not go to the whole thing, but I've just been very proud of being Afro-Caribbean, essentially. So anything that makes me represent that, I love to do it. So for me, it wasn't even really a thing. Even when I was overseas as well, I used to wear trad, because it's just my identity. And from now till now, actually, it's stuck with me. A lot of times when people see me, they know that this guy is probably going to be wearing something cool, African. And funny enough, I won't say that I was one of the people that started making it cool, but you could see a quick switch. A lot of people now have started wearing trad pants, like baggy pants, Kembe, those different types of stuff. And I think it's really cool. I definitely kind it on my head that I'm one of the people that influence
the young generation.
So it's cool.
Okay, like talking about like Austin and the likes. So I know like you're close to Davido.
Well, close is a very strong word, but yes, I mess with their camp.
So like when I noticed that when he released, was it Timeless? Like you were part of like people that like pushed it for him and the like. So how was that feeling like? Knowing that you worked with one of the greatest in Nigeria. How was that feeling like?
I mean, it's amazing. So Davido, I've known of Davido at least since secondary school. Back then, a lot of people didn't know. He used to actually come to our school to record with a few guys.
So Davido started music.
He has been in the games like for a long time, producing, mixing, and like he's a very talented guy. Just apart from even the whole singing and everything, he's a very intentional and talented guy. So we've known of each other from like secondary school.
Wow.
And shout out to Issa. Issa we're in the same class in secondary school as well. So all of us, you can tell like we've all kind of grown up together. Then we all now met in front. So it was a very exciting opportunity. I think it was Issa. I gave Issa like, look, bro, I MC, I host, please, can I, is there anywhere, you have to tell me now. So, the opportunity presented itself. I hosted, I think a better time and Timeless.
Timeless, I know of Timeless.
Yes, and a better time and Timeless. So, me, I was very excited. I was hoping that this album 5 would have made it 3 but hey, the game is the game. But Davido is just an amazing person to work with, and when he likes you, like when he messes with you, he messes with you. You know me, I'm always very careful because me, I'm not verified on social media. I'm not as big as a lot of people, but anytime I see like a lot of acts that we all know each other, I'm very careful. I wait, so I make sure we make the eye contact before you go. People just jump and they'll just you say they don't show me, but but anytime he sees me, like he shows enough love and respect, so I appreciate that, so it's good.
Yeah, you also had his 5 album listening to.
Yes, I was, and I was so, in fact, that day I was so excited because it was my first time at that Drinks Tower in Lekki.
The name.
Yeah, that Drinks Tower in Lekki. So it was just an exciting experience. Getting to I've always liked listening to music before it came out, and I was fortunate for those albums as well to listen to them before they came out officially. So it just makes you feel it's a bit more intimate. You feel like you're part of the process. You feel like you're part of the artist team. So I just liked it, and there were a few songs that I already knew were bangers.
Right before they dropped.
I loved over 10 Kilo.
I like that one. So I love that one too.
And All For Me as well. So it was good. It was exciting.
So talking about that too, you say you love music, you love listening to music before they drop, stuff like that. Do you want to like start more like a record label?
Well, record label.
Because I know like you have the friends, you have everything like.
You need the capital. The capital is intense. But what I would like to do more is a bit more A&R. I like to do more A&R, work with artists, and maybe work with record labels. If I'm fortunate to have my own record label later, that's mad. But I really want to. I like to see artists grow. I like to be part of their story. A lot of artists they don't. It's not as if I'm begging for recognition, but a lot of artists they'll forget you when they become big. But me too. That's why I guess I'm pushing myself as an MC, hype man, and everything. So if they blow, me too, I'm blown in my own right. So all of us are, meeting in front. But most definitely, I want to A&R. Especially, I went for Fauzi's album, his latest album, The Feast. Which was really good. I was so moved. And I was just motivated to get back into the studio, start making more connections and listening to the music beforehand and helping artists essentially. So,
okay, so something true. Before you said get back into the studio, I thought maybe like you're just like
funny enough, I can rap. A lot of people think I can rap. I can sing in the shower. I can sing very well in the shower. But just when I go back to the studio, just be around them when they're creating. A lot of people, a lot of artists actually appreciate that when you've been through the struggle with them. I've managed a few artists, as well in my small time, and I know what it takes to go to the studio at ungodly hours of the day and creating songs, looking for inspiration and stuff. So that's what I mean, and if it means I have to drop a small vocal, I've also dropped a few vocals on some tracks. Shout out to Big Blanco. They're mainly like rap songs and stuff, and I've also been in the studio as well back then with Shudi and Fowles. I'm grateful all the lessons, everything that we learn every day from our experience in entertainment, because you learn a lot. You meet a lot of people, different types of people. Some are very annoying, some are actually cool, some people can change your life, so that's why I really enjoyed working in nightlife and entertainment essentially.
So like what was that high moment for you in nightlife?
Man, that moment was meeting a lot of people, like a lot of artists and celebrities, and of course I was making since more. I don't want to tax. But anyways, we're seeing small change here and there, so it was just very good. I could at least take care of my bills. I could feed myself and maybe buy one or two clothes. So I was also investing small. So that was the high point for me. I was like, this thing is sustainable. I can do it for life. Imagine doing work that you actually enjoy. Getting paid. I don't think there's anything sweeter than that. So me, even because I also MC and hype, apart from even the promoting that time, I would now take the microphone while I'm promoting. I'm feeling in the mood, or if one of my big clients comes in, I'm the one that will collect the mic and start, hyping them. So it was just very.
I think you mentioned that story to me before when you said that I was drink school fees, something like that.
That bad. With hype in Lagos, in Nigeria, in fact, you have to be. There's some crazy things that you come up with just to get people.
Exactly.
Like one of my own things, as you said, was I'm a bad boy only on the weekend. I have to drink their school fees. Just different things that people will listen and be like, "What did this guy just say?" I know. Another thing in the hype culture is I noticed that a lot of people like to copy templates. They just follow templates. There are a few people that actually form their own lamba. Jerry Shaffer. Toby Shank, Shodi the Turn Up King, and a whole lot more hype men, Bala as well, Bala. So a lot of people form their own lamba, and it's just very exciting, and it's actually very creative. So, shout out to everybody that is trying to enter that scene. And one thing I was going to say is just try to be original and don't copy lamba.
Don't copy lamba. There's a lot of lambas actually from.
Yes.
And on my birthday, if I remember the one that I said, "Happy birthday, boy! I did some big." I
think the tequila had entered my system at that time. So just make people happy.
Yeah.
One of my own things. One of the gifts I thought I realized that I have is I like to make people feel good about themselves. So that's one of the reasons why I entered entertainment. Make people smile, make people happy, hype, make people feel good, make people feel important. And man, that's it.
So since you've talked about the eye, what's were those challenges?
Some days you just be waiting for people. I think one thing about me, I have a little bit of pride and ego, so I hate begging for stuff. So when sometimes I have to be waiting for somebody to come, they tell me, that they're on their way, then they're on their way, then they're on their way, and I'll say, but I've reserved your table, or sometimes so you would now reserve table and they won't show up, so those were the lows. Sometimes I'll just feel very unmotivated or demotivated, and I was like, Mama, I'm just going to stop doing this thing. But sometimes at the dying minute, nightlife, anyways, you understand, somebody will just pull up, even you just come with 10 people. Say, okay, that they want to get a table. So it was good. It was rewarding.
That's one thing I've also learned about nightlife. That you just have to keep showing up.
You have to.
You just have to keep showing up. But if you say, maybe last week the turnout was low, so you're not good this week. You don't know what's going to happen this week. Stuff like that.
Yes, and apart from even being consistent, people want to have different experiences, is what I've noticed. Sometimes I think what I used to do, there was one time we put candles in the club, scented candles, just to create a different vibe. So people just always want to feel something different while they're having fun. So be consistent and try to be innovative. Think of different concepts, different artists you can bring, different DJs, and your flyers. It's a lot of work. Forget, a lot of people just think that you're just enjoying, but it is a lot of work. Yeah.
Because if you're always bringing the same DJ hype man and people know to come, they just want to try out a new place. So you have to keep changing, keep you.
You must.
Yeah. I saw on the news this week that Netflix wants to stop partnering with Nollywood. They want to stop putting their stuff on the platform. What do you think about that?
I mean, a lot of Nigerian movies actually did, do bits for Netflix. Because if I'm being very honest, I don't know if any is. See what I say. I said what I said. Netflix has been dulling me recently. Honestly, I think yesterday I was trying to watch something and I just couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything. Yeah, and I was just like, why? Back in the day, you at least one mad movie, but everything was it just looks the same. I was just so upset. I now switched. I opened an account with I got my Apple. Can I say it? Apple TV account, and I was a bit more impressed. I binged one show, your friends and neighbors or something. I don't know if you ever watched Mad Men. The guy's name is John Hamm. That's his name. The main actor, and that show was really good. I just felt so. I was so happy, and I think they have just a lot more newer movies, like better production and stuff. So yeah, man, Netflix, they'll be okay, but
there are also like different streaming. There's Amazon Prime too.
Yes, I don't think I have an account on Amazon Prime. So a lot of people have been saying that okay, you need to get Prime, but Prime is really good as well. So hopefully maybe by this weekend I'll try, but they shouldn't. The Nigerian movies do a lot of good for Netflix, because a lot of the movies, for instance, what's the one that Shodi was in?
Is it Lagos Love Story?
Yes, Lagos Love Story. Jemima, shout out to Jemima. Lagos Love Story. Just a lot of other movies that come out on Netflix. Everybody's so excited, and we all just rush and bust their platform. So if they take off Nigerian, I don't know.
They're going to lose a lot.
They'll lose a lot, but I don't also know what's going on behind the scenes in terms of maybe profit sharing and whatnot. You know, there's always a lot of brouhaha going on. So they should just try and find the middle ground and get the best quality stuff, stream the best quality stuff there in terms of TV shows, movies, everything Nigerian. Let's put it on there. I'm always just very proud of pushing Nigeria to the world. So if people are watching Netflix and the Nigerian movies there, and Nigerian movies and TV shows actually influence a lot of people, even abroad, you know, because I've met a few Oyibo people and they tell me about this Nigerian movie that they saw this or they watched this show, you know, and they get a lot of like cultural identity. Well, I won't say it's cultural appropriation, but they just like to tap in and feel among, so which is always good. So they should just everybody find your sort out your differences, and you know, let's make it pop.
So talking about that, so like I noticed that most of Nigerian movie producers now, they're also like putting their stuffs out on YouTube.
Okay.
They're also putting their movies out on YouTube. So I think like there is a lot of profit sharing issues between Netflix
and I think, to be honest, when the producers and directors put their stuff on streaming platforms, they can now monetize it better, I guess, and they have more control. So but I don't know if it always affects the quality of the production as well, because I know that, I mean, to be honest, it probably doesn't, but I guess if they are able to monetize it better by themselves on these streaming platforms, then they should go ahead and do it. I think we just need like our own home base thing that we can also export to the world, that has everything, even archives of old movies. You know, that's what I think I'm looking forward to. That there were a few platforms that came about in like 2013, 2014 that were trying to do that, but I don't know how sustainable it was. And a lot of all these things is money, because you know, if you start streaming, you have to pay everybody has to eat, you know, so it's a lot. But hopefully somebody out there, you know, can just come up with something and help us solve this problem, you know. So,
and there might be someone listening like this, so they'll just like tap into this idea.
So please, I beg you. I also act sometimes on the weekend, though. So if you need a good actor too, I beg you. One of my things as well was I've acted in a few things. I've acted in there was a TV show that we had back then. It was called Lagos Big Boy.
Okay.
And
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, you need to check it out. It was me, Chuichu, Bolly that time, and Effa. You know, Effa was popular as well, but I think he wasn't as vroom vroom as he is now. Effa is a hot cake right now. So, but it was very exciting. I enjoyed it. I've also acted in a few stage plays as well. So I'm a creative. I like performance. When I was growing up, one of the things, my parents used to take me to the National Theatre, so I used to watch a lot of plays. It was very exciting. So hopefully I can tap back into that now.
Since you like act, do you like ever see yourself doing maybe like skits making?
Skit making, gosh, I don't say that I carry my shoulder up, but I've been thinking about it. But if I'm going to make any skits or any videos, it has to be a bit informative and entertaining. A little
in Nigeria,
we'll find a way. I'll find the balance. I think for me, my life is pretty much meant to be about balance, you know.
It's your boy DJ Tunes. Tune into the Entertainment Hub every Saturday with Ife from 1 to 3. Stay locked in.